The last two tanks produced before the start of the war were the Sonderkraftfahrzeug 141 Panzerkampfwagen 3 Ausführung A and the Sonderkraftfahrzeug 161 Panzerkampfwagen 4 Ausführung A. These were both a massive step up from the earlier designs, being much larger and being the first tanks ever with a crew of 3 men in the turret, allowing each to focus on his role, be that commander, loader and gunner. The two tanks, while similar in looks, were designed with different roles in mind, made to complement each other on the battlefield. First was the Panzer III, armed originally with a 37mm cannon, then the Ausführung G was later upgunned to a 50mm cannon when faced with more powerful Soviet armour. The plans were first laid down in January of 1934, when General Guderian specified a medium tank, weighing no more than 24 tons and with a top speed of 22 km an hour. It was to be armed with an anti-tank gun, and its chief role was to destroy enemy vehicles with armour-piercing shells. The Panzer IV, on the other hand, was armed with a very different weapon, the 75mm L-24 howitzer, the same as what was fitted to the Gross-Traktor. This was a gun with a very short barrel that fired low-velocity, high-explosive shells at enemy infantry, bunkers, soft-skin vehicles and machine gun nests. Later in the war, it received a 75mm anti-tank gun and became a true tank, when the firepower of the earlier vehicles became obsolete when faced with the T-34 and KV-1 Soviet tanks. General Guderian authorised its creation in 1936 to supplement the Panzer III, with his idea of a tank battalion comprising 3 companies of Panzer IIIs and 1 company of Panzer IVs. In total, 5,774 Panzer IIIs were built until 1943 in 8 main versions, with 8,553 Panzer IVs in 10 versions.